Hey everyone, Mr. Regan here, and today we're looking at our last sim question number 2, looking at which of the objects experienced the weakest force when it was hit. We have our 3 objects A, B, and C before they were hit, and we have our 3 objects after they were hit. And we're looking to decide, did object A and B experience the weakest force? Did objects B and C experience the weakest force? Or did all of the objects experience the same strength force? So looking at our objects here, we see that object A had a vertical velocity of 1, so it was going up by 1. And then after it was hit, it was going down by 1, so it changed by 2. Here we have object B, which had a starting velocity of 3 going up. And then after it was hit, it had a velocity of 1 going up, so it changed by 2. And then we have object C here, which had a starting velocity of 5. And then our object then had a velocity of 3 going up after it was hit. It changed by 2 as well. So looking at our objects and their velocity, we need to decide which objects experienced the weakest force. Was it A or B, B and C, or they all experienced the same? Take a second, select your answer, pause the video, come back to the video when you're ready to go over the answer. All right, do we think we got it? Let's take a look. When we look at all of our objects, we can definitely talk about how some change direction. We can talk about how some slowed down or how some have different velocities before or after. But we have to remember our key concept that a strong force can cause a greater change in velocity. So a weaker force can cause a smaller change in velocity as well. So if each one of these has the same change in velocity, 2, 2, 2, none of them experienced a strong force or a weaker force when comparing to one another. They all experienced the same strength force because they all had the same change in velocity. And we can see that here when we look at the sim and what it took for each of our objects to change their velocity, as we see here. Each of them had the same strength force, which resulted in the same change in their velocity. Though their velocity is different before and after, though the direction might have changed, the strength of the force is the same. So the best choice would be the last choice. That's our last question. If you have any questions, reach out. Otherwise, we're done.